In this video, we're going to talk about solving a word problem with two unknowns using a linear equation. The problem says Devon's age is 2 times Sydney's age, and the sum of their ages is 48. What is Sydney's age? So our two unknowns in this problem are the two ages, Devon's age and Sydney's age. We are going to say that only one of them is our variable, right? And I'm going to make it Sydney's age. Because if we say that Sydney's age is x, and if we know that Devon's age is 2 times Sydney's age, then we can say that Devon's age is 2x. Since the sum of their ages is 48, if we add those two ages, it's going to be equal to 48. So 2x plus x is equal to 48. Now we have an equation with a single unknown variable, and we can solve it. 2x plus x is 3x. And 3x equals 48 means that x is what? It's a third of 48. Or we could divide both sides here by 3. Because then these two 3's cancel out, and we find that x is what is 48 divided by 3. X is Sydney's age, and the problem asks us to find Sydney's age, so x is going to be our answer here. So we can use the calculator to compute 48 divided by 3, and that will be our answer. So let's put that in the calculator here. I'm going to put in 48 divided by 3, and we get 16. So Sydney's age is 16. Let's check. Awesome. Let's do another one. A garden table and a bench cost $568 combined. The garden table costs $82 less than the bench. What is the cost of the bench? I'm going to say that the bench is our unknown x. And we are going to translate these two sentences into a single linear equation. The problem says that the garden table costs $82 less than the bench. So x is the bench. X equals the bench. What expression could we write for the garden table? It says that the garden table is $82 less than the bench. So if we took the price of the bench, and if we subtract 82 from it, that's the cost of the garden table. In other words, the garden table is x minus 82. And we should double check that this is correct. If you read this sentence here, the garden table costs $82 less than the bench, you should think to yourself, which one is more expensive? If the garden table costs less than the bench, then the garden table should be less expensive, and the bench should be more expensive, right? And so do these expressions reflect that? Is the garden table less money than the bench? And the answer is yes, because if the bench was, say $100, then the garden table would be $100 minus 82. And 100 minus 82 is certainly less than 100. So this checks out. So we've got an expression for the cost of the bench, which is simply x, and an expression for the cost of the garden table, x minus 82. Now we're going to use these two together with the first sentence to write our equation. It says that these two cost $568 combined. So combined means addition, right? If the combined cost is $568, then we should get $568 if we add the cost of the garden table to the cost of the bench. So the garden table is x minus 82, and the cost of the bench is x, and this is what we get when we add them together. X minus 82 plus x is the combined cost of the garden table and the bench. Now we've written our equation, and we need to solve it. We should begin by adding these two x's together. Okay? I could, because we're adding right here, I could write this as x plus x minus 82 equals 568. Right? This would mean the same thing. We're adding x twice, so it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter in which order you add. And this second equation is the same as the first. Now, x plus x, we would write that as 2 times x, right? Or 2x. Now, for the next step, to solve for x, we should look at what operations are involved on the left-hand side. Because we want to get the x by itself, we need to get rid of the 2 and the minus 82 somehow. And of course, to get rid of the 82, we're going to use addition. And to get rid of the 2, we're going to use division. Because 82 is involved in in subtraction, and the 2 is involved in multiplication. So let me make that clear. On the left-hand side, we have 2 operations, multiplication and subtraction. So we need to decide what our first step is. Which should we get rid of first, the 2 or the 82? Remember the order of operations, right? PEMDAS. When you're evaluating an expression, you start at the top. You start with the parentheses, and you move down to evaluate an expression. When you're solving an equation, you should start with operations from the bottom of this PEMDAS, right? So the thing that we're going to get rid of first on the left-hand side is going to be the thing that's involved in subtraction, which is the 82. To get rid of the 82, we're going to use the opposite operation of subtraction. The opposite of subtraction is addition. So if we add 82 to both sides, then we will end up getting rid of this 82 right here, right? Minus 82 and plus 82 cancel out. So on the left-hand side, we have just 2x now. And on the right-hand side, we have 568 plus 82. We can use the calculator here to figure out what that is. I'm going to use a calculator over on the side. 568 plus 82 is 650. Okay, now we just need to get rid of this 2 on the left-hand side. The 2 is involved in the operation of multiplication. So to get rid of the 2, we need to use the opposite operation. The opposite of multiplication is division. So we can get rid of this 2 by dividing both sides by 2. And then these 2's cancel out, and our answer is going to be 650 divided by 2. X is the cost of the bench, and that's what they're asking us to find. So our answer is going to be 650 divided by 2. Let's use the calculator for that. 650 divided by 2 is 325. Great. I hope that was helpful.